Hey guys, welcome back to another great game of CEDH. Starting us off is Hidden on Ellivere of the Wild Court. This is an aggressive stax deck that lets you pressure your opponent's life total while also gaining card advantage. His opening hand had an Urza's Saga, Command Tower, Sarah's Ascendant, Worldly Tutor, Rug of Smothering, Cutzel, and an Archon of the Wild Rose. Next up is Mike on Kinnan. And what can I say that people don't already know? Kinnan makes way too much mana, lets you sit back on Kinnan activations for big dumb boys, and has the ever-looming threat of just combo killing the table with a few very searchable artifacts. His opening hand was a Boseiju, Mana Crypt, Birds of Paradise, Simic Signet, and a Wandering Archaic, bottoming a Mana Vault and a Chord of Calling. In the third spot we have Noah on Tymna Kraum. Now this is the quintessential value commander pairing, letting you gain card advantage on two separate axes, while also having access to all the powerful combos CEDH is known for. His opening hand was a Gemstone Cavern, Ancient Tomb, Blood Crypt, Jeweled Lotus, Dark Ritual, Imperial Seal, and a Dauthi Voidwalker. And bringing up the rear is Griffin on Sissay, Weatherlight Captain. This is Tutor Chain Sissay, aiming to use your commander's ability to instant speed tutor up either combos or silver bullets. His opening hand was a Scrubland, Forbidden Orchard, Gaia's Cradle, Demonic Tutor, Dockside Extortionist, Derevi, and a Saheeli Ray.
Alright, block there, kill that. Oh, that is trample. Guess I'm just dead on board.
Noah has a pregame action, as he plays out of Gemstone Caverns and exiles an Imperial Seal. Hidden starts off this game with a Command Tower into a Sarah's Ascendant. Mike has a Verdant Catacombs and cracks a fetch for a Tropical Island. He then casts a Mana Crypt into a Simic Signet. Well, now my turn one doesn't look that bad. With Mike then ending his turn with Kinnan. Noah shocks in a Blood Crypt and then casts a Dark Ritual. A Jeweled Lotus then comes out, with Noah using two of his floating black to cast a Dauthi Voidwalker. He then cracks his Lotus to cast Kraum, and sends the Hasty Boy at Mike for 4. Griffin has a Forbidden Orchard and passes the turn. Hidden has an Exotic Orchard and heads to combat. He sends the Ascendant at Noah, but is done after that. Mike untaps and takes 3 from his crypt. A Boseiju then comes out as land and is tapped for a Birds of Paradise. Kinnan makes so much mana as Mike taps his rocks to cast a Wandering Archaic. This will trigger Kraum to draw Noah a card, but the creature resolves. Noah then heads to his turn and plays a Spire of Industry as land. He then taps out to cast his other commander Tymna. Noah then heads to combat and sends Kraum at Hidden, with the Voidwalker heading at Griffin. There are no effects, as Noah on his second main pays 2 life to draw 2 cards off Tymna. Griffin has a Scrubland and holds up his mana as he passes. Hidden plays out an Urza's Saga and for 3 casts a Cutzel. The cat resolves as Hidden then heads to combat, sending the Ascendant at Noah, who takes the hit, gaining Hidden 6 and drawing him a card off Cutzel. Mike is safe from his crypt and decides to spin Kinnan. He finds a Seedborn Muse off the top as he ends his turn, sending the Archaic at Hidden for 4. Noah and Mike then untap, with Noah playing out an Ancient Tomb and heading straight to combat. Kraum heads at Hidden, with the Dauthi going back at Griffin, noting that he doesn't want to get punched by Mike, as he heads to his second main to pay 2 life off Tymna and draw 2 more cards. A Chromox then comes out, with him imprinting a Simian Spirit Guide, with Mike at his end step spinning Kinnan. Boy, have his hits been good, as he finds a Tidespout Tyrant. Here is where Noah makes a deal with Hidden. Noah wants some non-aggression from Hidden, who agrees, as Noah casts a Fire Covenant. Noah pays 16 life to wipe out Mike's board, along with 2 life from his Ancient Tomb, which will drop him to 4. And luckily for him, Mike doesn't have anything, as Noah ends his turn there. Griffin plays out a Gaia's Cradle as land for turn, and taps his Forbidden Orchard for mana. He gives the 1/1 to Noah and casts a Dockside Extortionist. The Goblin nets him 4 treasures, with him then cracking 2 to cast an Oko, Thief of Crowns. Griffin then upticks the Walker and isn't sure what to elk. Though, with some assurances from Noah that Kraum won't kill the Walker, he decides to elk Hidden Sarah's Ascendant. Hidden draws for turn and upticks his Saga. He has a Cavern of Souls as land and names Human. He then casts his commander Ellivere of the Wild Court, who on ETB gives Cutzel a Virtuous Roll token. Hidden then heads to combat and doesn't want any more elks, as he swings both his creatures at Oko to take the Planeswalker out. Mike is safe from his script and then recasts Kinnan, but is done after that. Noah has an Underground Sea and sends Tymna at Mike. There are no blocks, with Noah gaining 2. He really does debate drawing that extra card, but instead on his second main casts a Rhystic Study. The enchantment resolves as Noah then cracks his Dothy to cast Mike's exiled Seedborn Muse. Griffin and Noah then untap, with Griffin starting off his turn with a Chrome Mox. He imprints a Ragavan and does pay the 1 for the Rhystic. He then casts his commander Sissay, with Noah getting to draw off the Rhystic this time, with the Spirit also being given to Noah. Hidden draws for turn and floats a mana off his Urza Saga before sacrificing it to grab out a Soul Ring. And while he can't attack Noah just this moment, he does cast a Rug of Smothering, paying the 1 off Rhystic. Hidden then heads to combat and sends Ellivere at Mike, with the Elk and the Enchanted Cutzel heading at Griffin. On attack, Ellivere gives the Elk Descendant a Virtuous Roll, and there are no blocks, with Hidden getting to draw 2 cards off Ellivere and 2 cards off Cutzel. With Hidden on his second main playing out a Forest as land, and for 2 a Collector Roof. He gives a card to Noah and takes 2 off the rug, with Hidden having to discard a Delighted Halfling due to hand size. Mike is safe from his crypt, but unfortunately without his rocks, he's a little stuck as he hands the turn over there. Noah really feels the pressure as he heads straight to combat. He sends Kraum at Hidden, the Seedborn at Griffin, and Tymna at Mike. There are no blocks, with Noah paying 2 life to draw 2 more cards on his second main. Noah then ends his turn with the Flooded Strand. Griffin and Noah then untap, with Griffin then casting a Demonic Tutor. He'll pay for Rhystic and take 1 off the rug, with Noah responding with an Opposition Agent. This will cost Noah life to do, but Griffin doesn't have a way to stop the Oppo. But he does actually have a Fierce to try and counter his own tutor. He'll pay for Rhystic, but gives Noah the 1/1 and takes 2 off the rug as well. Hidden and Noah untap, with a Brushlands coming out from Hidden. Hidden then casts a Pick Your Poison to have your opponent sacrifice a flying creature. He'll lose 1 from the rug and pay 1 to the Rhystic. Kraum is then sacrificed, with Hidden following that up with an Archon of the Wild Rose. He'll lose 2 and continue to pay for the Rhystic. Next up is combat, as he sends his Enchanted Elk, Cutzel, and Ellivere at Griffin, with the rug heading at Noah. On attack, the rug will get enchanted, and with the boost to power and toughness from the Archon, Hidden is able to take Noah out, and force Griffin to chump block with his Dockside. Hidden draws a few cards, discards due to hand size, and passes it over to Mike. Mike is safe from his crypt, and for 2 casts a Spellskite, losing him a life. Griffin and Mike untap, but Griffin doesn't have anything, and he just lets Hidden swing out, which is enough to finish both players off. Game review. Dang, that game went quick. Hidden, Mike, and Noah all got off to pretty good starts. And when that Tidespout Tyrant came out, I thought the game was over. Props to Noah though for spending 16 life to clear away Mike's board. I think there were really 2 main turning points that had an impact, well other than Noah paying 16. The first definitely was the removal of Sarah's Ascendant over Cutsoul. Not only did it draw me a bunch of cards, but it also stopped interaction of me taking out Noah. Which also leads into the second point, of Griffin countering his own demonic. As Noah actually was just going to go for removal, to remove the Cutsoul so the table could interact with me. Granted, no one other than Noah actually had anything to do. Thanks to everyone that joined for the game, and before everyone leaves, I want to thank our special Patreon members, Slyfox, Tango Down, and Holy Septic for their support of the channel, along with all of our other Patreon supporters as well. And remember, never give up, even if you're dead on board. I'll see you guys later.